So I'm really happy that you guys got to see two of the families and kids who are in the film. I'm Cynthia Lowen, I'm the producer of the film. We are really excited today to have several families who were part of making this film with us, who shared their lives with us, and who you are going to get to meet today, and who you can have a conversation with. We really want to encourage you to ask questions, to share some of your thoughts, to share some of the things that this film may bring up that is familiar to you in your own experience, and to share maybe some of the things that you see taking place here in your school or in your community to help us be part of changing and help us really turn the tide on this problem that is affecting probably every single person in this room in one way or another. So first I want to bring up Alex. Kelby to come. And I'd also like to ask Jackie. Thank you so much, all of you. You know, we'd really like to open it up to you and have a dialogue here in the time that we have together, because I'm sure that you all have maybe questions that you'd like to ask anyone, any of us up here. We really, we want to have a conversation with you. So I know that there are microphones set up here. I know that it can be scary being the first one to get up and ask a question or make a comment or share something of your own experience. But does anybody have a question? I think we have one person. The brave first soul.
We actually have a group question in the back.
Great.
Well, okay, did people act differently, I guess maybe after they found out how you were treated and before? So just in general, did people act differently?
Like a question for Kelby and Alex. Yeah. Do you want to talk to that?
Well, it didn't change for a while, but like during my 8th grade year, it kind of like faded away, because I mean everybody found out that I was in this movie and thought it was cool, so I guess people stopped picking on me. So
yeah. Because you are cool.
Thank you. But it didn't stop after, like right after this movie was made. I got bullied like for 2 years in that school, and took them the whole 3 years to figure out how cool person I was. So.
For me, if you are interested in seeing the rest of the movie, you actually find out that I do get away from the town. And so after that being done, I haven't seen much of them because I kind of left that in my past. But as for being treated differently, being out of high school and being on my own, and it has gotten better. And I'm living proof to tell you guys that if you are having a hard time right now, it does get better. And when you move on from school life and being around all your peers, and you really find out who's always been there for you and your family, things change for the better.
Okay, so I guess I want to know, how were you guys able to handle it? Like, who did you turn to, or what helped you to keep pressing on to think, you know, things will get better eventually? Because I know a lot of people would just give up and, yeah.
Mine was my family. They were always there for me, always fighting for me at the school, or fighting for me at home, fighting for me in the town. So being able to go home and talk to your parents about what's going on and really opening up and letting them know I am having trouble, I'm having problems, and I need to talk to you about it. I need you to go and stand beside me and let them know what's going on. Having your mom or your dad or grandparents or whoever you're with being there helping you, you just gotta tell someone before anyone can do anything about it.
Well, for me, back then I just wanted a friend, and so most of the movie you'll see me smiling. I told nobody. I was kind of embarrassed because I got bullied, and I mean, because my school was messed up, so I tried to fit in as best I could, but I mean, they just took me for granted. So they didn't know until Lee came along, and like I met him because he was looking in Sioux City for someone to do a documentary on. He asked me if I got bullied, and I said yeah. That's how this whole thing got started, and he was like my best friend from school. He helped me deal with it, and my parents fought alongside me. So once they found out, it went on from there, and it lets you know who's out there for you, like Kobe said.
I just wanted to know if there's any moment where you kind of reach peace with yourself and kind of just forgot everybody around you, if you reached that, and what helped you get there. Because, this is also kind of a comment too, because it's just, I know how easy it is to let people around you make you feel, like you aren't worth it. And it's, I'm so happy for you guys that you did this and you made this message, because it's extremely touching, especially to me. So I was just wondering.
Okay. So like a moment where I kind of came to peace with everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no. As you can tell in the film, I'm kind of humorous about everything. So I think the time I probably was like, all right, this is my life, and I'm gonna deal with it the best I can. And what I was given was probably my freshman year of high school. I noticed that everyone around me just kind of fell away, and I would go home and talk to my parents, And the moment when my dad said, you know, just I'm proud of you for staying here, was probably the moment where I was like, all right, well, or I'm not really sure how to answer that question. Yeah.
I'll try. I don't know if I can answer this either. But I mean, I guess like I thought that I made peace with myself when like things got better, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, like when things got better, I felt happier, and so I just promised myself then from now on I would tell someone or stop going to where no one got bullied, and so we could reach out and fix it from then on.
Hi, I'm Kelby's mom, and I just want to say, sometimes when you're in the situation, it's foggy and you can't see, so you don't really know when it gets better. But for Kelby, I think not hiding behind who she was and coming forward and saying, I'm gay, love me anyway, was when it started to get better. Accept me, that's who I am. I'm not going to hide anymore. And I think that's when it got better for her. That's when the whole change began. And yes, she still got bullied. She probably got bullied worse, but at least she was honest with herself and she was true to who she was.
I was just wondering, did your teachers ever try to fight for you? I mean, I know your teachers were extremely rude and insensitive and horrible. I can't even imagine that. But did any of your teachers ever try to help you out or anything?
My teachers, it didn't feel like it. Let's tell you that right now. The assistant principal, Miss Lockwood, she, it just felt like she just wanted to not deal with the situation. So, like Bobby said in the movie, she just said, teachers just say, thank you for coming, I'll do everything I can, but nothing gets done about it. And that's all she was doing. And then another assistant principal, Miss Crandall, said she was doing something. And but I never felt like anything was done, so for me, no.
We'll do on and on.
Hi, yeah, I'm Corey Collins, Senior. I have a two-part question.
All right.
Wow.
Congratulations. You're almost done.
Just thought I'd introduce myself. My first question is for you. How did you find these kids, and how did you choose them?
We met families in all kinds of different ways. Around the time that we really wanted to start beginning this film in the spring of 2009, two young people tragically took their own lives in April. One right outside Atlanta, Georgia, and one in Springfield, Massachusetts. And we, online, on message boards, on all over the internet, people, I think, were finally realizing that we'd reached a tipping point with this issue, and people were really starting to talk out, and we're starting to talk about the experiences that they were having, and we realized that so many people were going through incredibly terrible things, and there was really nowhere for people to really have a voice and for something to be done that felt like we're really changing things. So we actually met Kelby's family through a message that Londa had posted online about some of the things that were happening to Kelby and her community. We met the Longs, David and Tina Long, through hearing about a news story and hearing that you don't see this in what we showed you today, but David and Tina Long, who are here with us, their son Tyler took his own life after being bullied relentlessly for years. And we heard that they were getting their community together to do a town hall meeting to talk about bullying in their community. And we had heard that the school district had boycotted the event and were refusing to engage with them on this issue and finding solutions in their community, so we met them that way. We met Alex when we were filming. We got access to film in his school in Sioux City, and we met him on orientation day sitting out in front of school. We just started talking and found out that he had been coping with bullying for years also. So in a lot of different ways, between just sort of meeting people, news and message boards. And we did, in fact, film with many families. There are five kids and families who are in the film. As Lee said, there are 13 million kids at the minimum who are bullied every year. So these are stories and these are experiences that many people share, but again, there are many families that we film with who are not in the film. We filmed probably over 300 hours, and our film was 94 minutes. So unfortunately, many of the people who shared their lives and stories with us aren't here, but they are definitely part of what we're doing. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
We probably have time for just a couple more questions. If we go just maybe 3-5 minutes.
Okay. Hi.
I'd like to ask mine.
Yeah.
And this is one for Kelby and Alex. And that is, did you ever have any thoughts of like fighting back, like, you know, just punching him in the head and feeling satisfied about it, or Good question.
Of course I did. Every day. But, yeah. It got to the point where you just have to look at them and be like, you know what, I'm better than you. And walk away and just be happy being a better person. But yes, I
did. Again, yeah, I did, but I didn't do it because, again, I just wanted a friend. I figured if I punched him in the face, they'd hate me forever, so. I got depressed. My parents noticed I was depressed all the time. They didn't know why for a long time. My depression was basically, how do I say this? I don't know. It's like, I don't know. Oh, it was like a replacement for me hitting them in the face or breaking down in front of them. It's like being depressed, and I didn't like being depressed. It's just that it just helped me get through the day, I guess. And like I said, I did what I did, and I just wanted a friend, so I didn't punch him in the face.
Morgan and I had to leave like 5 minutes ago, so we're kind of punching time. I just wanted to ask if you still felt alienated, because I was really bullied in middle school too, and I always got crap for how I looked, so do you still feel alienated?
No matter where I go, there's always going to be stares. and there's always going to be those people. So of course, I always feel alienated, but that's why I stay in safe spots. I stay with those couple people who know who I am and who have always accepted me. I stay with my mom and dad and with people who I know I can be myself around. So if you ever feel alienated, you got to find your safe spot, because no matter where you are, you're you, and there's always going to be someone who loves you for you.
Kelby, you kind of took the words out of my mouth. But I tried to come up with something. Shoot.
Should we have one more question? Did you want to talk about
Hello. Pardon me if I'm a bit nervous speaking in front of all these people. I'm Johan Krukrustudia, sophomore. But anyway, did you get the same bull crap from like all the school administrators? But I mean, were they really so opposed to solving the problem? Because I mean, I know I personally get ticked off with people quite often, but still, I mean, that's kind of ridiculous. Were all these school administrators so lazy, uncaring? Pardon if I sound a bit harsh.
Yes, I'd say definitely they were doing their job, and like one of the assistant principals got fired. Kim Lockwood got fired from her job because of what she said in the movie. So, I mean, I don't know.
Have you seen the difference between an administrator that goes the extra mile to sort of see if you're doing okay or checks that kids are safe versus someone that doesn't want to see it or doesn't really sort of want to be supportive? Have you seen that difference now, having changed schools and things like that, like when you went to West or where you are now?
Yes, I have.
Sorry for the interruption. There should be another microphone down there somewhere on the stage. That one, the battery has just died in.
Is this one working now? Okay. Okay. Yes. Moving to Oklahoma has changed my life majorly, and I've actually sprung up my grades. I got two D's or something like that, and now I got like A's and B's. And so having people at school who really care about you, and I get people asking me like every once in a while if I'm having any problems, and like I got students who say they got my back, so like if I ever get picked on, and so having people that care about you really helps in school.
I wanted to share something with you guys. I don't know if you guys mentioned it while I had to leave the room for a minute, but we recently, the movie's coming out in theaters on March 30th, and on top of theaters, we intend to do a lot of these kinds of programs where we share the film and show it and have these conversations, and we just got an R rating from the MPAA, which rates films. Which is a major blow to everything we're trying to do, and also to the stories and to the amazing kids and families that let us in. And they were asking us to censor the film and cut out the violence, and we think that that's really important not to do. So as of 3 days ago, a 17-year-old student from Michigan launched a petition on change.org. So this is all you have to remember, is to go to change.org. And it's like the first thing that you'll see. In 3 days, 185,000 people have signed the petition to overturn this opioid ruling and bring us down to a PG-13 so that we can show it in schools. So when you guys, like whenever you get out of here or with your phones, whatever, I really urge you to go to change.org, sign the petition. There's a space to write in, share why this is meaningful, why this matters. Go to our Facebook wall, which is, you can link to it from the petition page, but it's also facebook.com/bullymovie. We're going to put photos up from today so you can tag yourselves. And we just I really appreciate you guys, and I think that we're on the way to making a huge change, and you guys are a big part of it. So thank you for welcoming all of us into your school today. I really appreciate it.
Question or no?
Real fast one.
All right, which side are we on? I can't remember. Sorry. You can come talk to us later in the hall. All right, hit it.
My name is Ross Parks, and I was just wondering, any of the people in the video or the families have received apologies, and if not yet, what would you feel if someone apologized to you for what they've done when they see it?
Do you guys want to?
Just no, no's the answer.
Yeah, the answer is no.
Okay.
The film premiered in our city on November 1st of last year, and we got a very sad, unrecognizable apology from Kim Lockwood, which was obviously forced, so it really didn't mean anything. But other than that, and before the film showed in the city, and since then, no.
I'm going to turn it over to Jessica, who I think has something else to share. But I want to thank you all so much. This was really, really awesome. Thank you for your